today's event, we will have two speakers advocating for SOS Kids. SOS Kids is an organization that aids critically sick children.
The first speaker that will advocate for them is 16 years old and has a passion for dance. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me invite our very first speaker, Scarlet Wee!
Imagine waking up on a sunny morning. You look out the window to see birds chirping, bees buzzing, children playing. You sit up wanting to join your friends, but you realize something is holding you back. You are chained by the feeding tubes, poking into your body, bound to your bed by your own illness, imprisoned within the four walls of your own bedroom, unable to interact with friends, unable to feel the joy of freedom. However, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have to imagine, nor do we have to look far. These are the real life battles faced by the children supported by the SOS Kids program. What we had to imagine is their reality, their day-to-day life. Back in July, we visited a patient supported by the SOS Kids program. His name is Moses, and he just turned 9 this year. Moses was diagnosed with bronchiectasis and lung fibrosis. According to the NHS, bronchiectasis is a long-term condition where the airways of the lungs are widened, leading to a buildup of excess mucus that can make the lungs vulnerable to infection. Lung fibrosis is a disease where the lung tissues become damaged, making it harder for the lungs to function properly. Now, all of these conditions force Moses to use a machine called the BiPAP ventilator to assist his breathing. He has to use a nasal mask over his nose, which is connected to a tube and ventilator. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine having to use a ventilator every night when you sleep. Moses can't toss and turn around just to get to the most comfortable position. No. And he has to use a nasal mask over half his face, or else he would have a hard time breathing. When we first met Moses, he was shy and hiding behind his mom. As we settled down and started talking to his mother, he slowly warmed up to us. He started telling us about how he loved drawing fish and that he loved going to school to learn. Usually, children start school in kindergarten. It's where we get our social skills and learn to develop relationships. Moses, however, never got that opportunity. Moses started school when he was 8, when everyone else had already found their own friend group. While everyone else were learning their suku katas, Moses was stuck at home. While everyone else were going to school to meet their friends, Moses was alone. While everyone else had already adjusted to the flow of school life, Moses had only started adjusting to a life outside of his bedroom. He missed out on so many firsts, leaving him behind so many significant milestones that everyone else was achieving. Aside from Moses, we have other children who are courageously fighting their own battles. First up, we have Antiano, who turned 9 this year. Antiano was diagnosed with bronchiolitis obliterans post-adenovirus infection. Bronchiolitis obliterans is an uncommon and irreversible chronic obstructive lung disease found in children. Antiano experiences persistent coughing as well as having a hard time breathing. Like Moses, he needs to use an O2 concentrator as well as a BiPAP ventilator to assist his breathing. Despite all of this, Antiano has pushed through and started his PDK classes in a special needs school last year. Moving on, we have Akasha, who only turned 2 this year. Akasha was diagnosed with disseminated tuberculosis. It is when bacteria travels through the bloodstream or the lymphatic system from the lungs to other parts of the body. Now, he also has a condition called primary immunodeficiency. It is when your immune system does not function properly. Ladies and gentlemen, trying to reclaim your healthy life with a health-efficient body is already hard enough. Imagine trying to reclaim your healthy life when you have a disorder that pushes you 2 steps back when you just took a step forward. Akasha is only 2. Ladies and gentlemen, not only do these children face health complications, but their living conditions are not conducive for their health either. It is important that patients are able to return back to a safe and clean environment to ensure that their health will not be compromised once again. However, there are just some cases where the houses are not hygienic or clean. Most of these children come from impoverished families, meaning they do not have the resources to nurse their child back to tip-top condition. These young souls need milk powder, medical equipment, diapers, and so much more. But the harsh reality is that the parents of these children do not have the means to pay for some of this. Additionally, they do not have the appropriate living conditions to give their child the best chance at survival, or at least a comfortable life. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind all of you about the impact we can make on the lives of critically ill children is profound. Let us carry forward this spirit of compassion. Let us remember we have the power to be catalysts for change, to turn empathy into action, and to stand with these remarkable children. Now, to open a bigger window for you to witness the lives of the critically ill children, let us watch this video. Thank you.
Most of them actually are born with lung issue. So basically, hence it will become pneumonia. Yeah, so that is the basic term that all of us know around. Sakit, batuk, demam, sering, pakai tiup, kasut, dah kering, jantung pergi, kasut, kalau pakai tiup, batuk pakai mulut. Sebab saya kan dia masuk ICU, jadi tidak keluar dari ICU itu tahun 2016 memang susah lah sebab memang perlu bawa oksigen, bawa mesin kelengkapannya sebab dia memang bergantung 24 jam dengan bantuan pernafasan. Jadi dia perlukan mesin, memang kosnya terlalu tinggi tahun 2016 tuh. Sekarang selepas pemeriksaan yang belum lepaskan, jadi dokter dah beritahu dia memang perlukan oksigen, mesin, bantuan mesin lah di rumah, jadi untuk pergi sekolah tak dulu, coba belum sekolah kan, sebelumnya masih ke keluarga saya. Banyak yang seperti yang sebutkan mesin oksigen dengan alat-alat lain. Lepas tu rumah ni SOS bagi tajakan elektrik. Sebab memang elektrik boleh tarik meter dengan wiring dengan bahagian luar tu memang koridor memang SOS dengan susu.
You know, we need the feeding tube. That's one thing, and then of course, suitable with the counter, and of course, diapers. These are the three main key things. And also on top of that, before they could go home, we have to make sure that the home is conducive for them to go home. So some of them, they don't have the basic needs like electricity, water. So we have to help them with their home improvement. So that's way, that is how we can do it. And also some houses, they have electricity but they cannot afford. So we give them subsidy as well to pay for the electric. The next thing after when they go home, as a when they didn't come to the hospital, or maybe the nurses or doctors will go to their home and give them suitable vaccines. Last but not least, even when children cannot make it, we also help them in terms of we set them away by providing custody, transportation, as long as we know this. That is the instruction. Yes. When we see our children doing well,